Let's look at a poem from SIRI Kannada grade 8. The name of this poem is VACHANAAMRUTHA. This poem is a collection of 4 vachanas. So vachanas, as we know, are poems which teach us value of life. It teaches us how to lead a good life. So Vachanamrita, you have to split the word as Vachana and Amrita. So the Vachanas are compared to Amrita. Amrita is nectar. And because they teach us the right values of life. Now let us look at the history of how Vachanas came. So in the history of Kannada literature, the 12th century, it was very important phase because that was the period when Vachana Sahitya became prominent. This literature was very revolutionary as it voiced the day-to-day life of commoners and was like a mirror which exposed the shortcomings of the society, but it also taught the values of life in a very simple terms. It also helped people to realize what was true devotion to God. The Sharanarus are the people who composed vachanas. So the Sharanaru aimed at making people understand the importance of being sincere at the job or work they do, treating both men and women equally, and removing all the inequalities based on the status of a person. And these Sharanarus have written the vachanas with the pen name of the god whom they prayed. So all of them have a special Ankita Nama also. So now let's look at the first vachana. This is written by Allamma Prabhu. This vachana is been written by Allamma Prabhu. Here he talks about the how the education system, how the relationship between a teacher and a student has changed over a period of time. So Indian culture always treats guru or teacher with great importance. The teacher or the guru is treated next to God. So guru is also treated as Brahma. There is even a prayer which compares the teacher to Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Because a teacher, the reason is because the teacher not only gives education but also teaches good virtues and shows the right life path. And change is the rule of nature, and over the period of time, how this education system, how the relationship between the teacher and the student has changed. That is what this vachana is telling us about. So let's look at the vachana now. ಕೃತಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ಶಿಷ್ಯಂಗೆ ಬಡಿದು ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ಕಲಿಸಿದರೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಮಹಾಪ್ರಸಾದವೆಂದೆನಯ್ಯ. So Krita Yuga. Now according to Indian mythology, we have 4 different ages also called as the yugas. So there is Krita Yuga, then next comes the Treta Yuga, then the Dwapara Yuga and the Kali Yuga. So Krita Yuga is the very first of the period. So during Krita Yuga, during that period, how was the relationship between the teacher and the student? So the teacher, if he had to teach something to the student, he could even beat him and make him learn and understand. So Badidu means to beat. Shishya is student and Guru is teacher. Badidu buddhiya kalisidare. Kalisu is to teach. So the teacher, he would even beat the students and make them learn something. And the students also used to take it as a blessing from the Guru, a blessing or a gift from the teacher. They also did not feel bad or did not get angry that how can a teacher beat me. Okay, they thought that this is a great blessing of my Guru. So this was during Krita Yuga. Next one is Treta Yugadalli Shri Guru Shishyange Baidu Buddhiya Kalisidare Agali Mahaprasada Vendenaya. So next comes the Treta Yuga. Here, the teacher, he has stopped beating. This is the change. He is not beating the student anymore. Baidu means scold. So he is scolding the student and trying to make him learn. And even then, the student also takes that as a blessing or a gift. Now, the age where the teacher used to beat and teach the student is gone, and now it's the age where the teacher is scolding the student and trying to make him learn, and the student is accepting it as his blessing or gift from the teacher. After that comes the Dwapara Yuga. And what happened in Dwapara Yuga? Dwapara Yugadalli ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುವು ಶಿಷ್ಯಂಗೆ ಝಂಕಿಸಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ಕಲಿಸಿದರೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಮಹಾಪ್ರಸಾದವೆಂದೆನಯ್ಯ. Jhankisu means to become very strict and stern. So the teacher has stopped beating, he has stopped scolding the students. He is trying to be a little stern and very strict in his class. And he is trying to make the student learn. And the students take that as a blessing or a gift. So can you see the change gradually? What is happening? The teachers was used to beat in the Krita Yuga. That is gone. And in Treta Yuga, the teacher without beating, he would only scold the student to make him understand and learn. Then that also went, and next came the Dwapara Yuga. There the teacher stopped beating or scolding, but he was just trying to be a little strict with the students. Then comes the Kali Yuga. That is the last, that is the current times. That is called as Kali Yuga. ಕಲಿಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ಶಿಷ್ಯಂಗೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ಕಲಿಸಿದರೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಮಹಾಪ್ರಸಾದವೆಂದೆನಯ್ಯ. So what's happening in Kali Yuga? The teacher is like almost bowing and respecting the student and begging the student, please come, I will teach you. That has become the condition of the teacher. Okay? The scolding, beating, being very strict, all that has gone. Now the teacher is bowing down to the student, and with lot of respect he is welcoming the student. He is actually literally pleading the student, please come, I will teach you. Agali Mahaprasada Vendenai. And now the students have accepted that. They are ready to be treated that way from the Guru, and that's how they learn now. So Guheshwara Nimma Kalada Kattaleya Kalitanakke Na Beregadenu. So Allama Prabhu's Ankita Nama is Guheshwara. So he's saying Guheshwara, looking at these rules, looking at this change that is happening and the rules that have changed like this in the system of education, I am surprised with it. Okay, so this is the change. This Vachana is talking about the changes between the Guru and the student. How the relationship between them has changed over the period, over the different ages. Now next, we look at the second one. So this is Aidakki Maraya. So here, this Vachana is talking about the importance about the job, about how sincere and dedicated you should be towards the job that you do. The job can be anything, whatever work you are doing, you have to show all your sincerity, devotion, dedication towards it. Kayakadalli Niratanade. So Kayaka is the work or the job that you do. You have to be absorbed and devoted to the work that you do. You should be so much devoted that Guru Darshana Vadadu Marayabeku. Even if your teacher, even if your Guru comes in front of you, you should not you should not leave your job and run to the teacher. You should forget that there is a teacher is there in front of you, because your job is more important. You have to be more devoted and sincere to your job. Linga puja yadadu marayabeku. Even God, even prayer and doing puja to God also you have to keep aside if you are doing some job, because that job is the most important thing for you at that moment. When you are doing that job, when you are completely devoted and absorbed in doing that job, it doesn't matter if a teacher or even God comes in front of you. ಜಂಗಮ ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಂದಿದ್ದಳು ಹಂಗ ಹರಿಯಬೇಕು. And even if a monk or a person whom you revere a lot, even like a sannyasi, somebody who's a saint, who you treat them next to God, even if such a person comes, you should not pay attention. You have to concentrate and continue and do the job with complete devotion and dedication. Why? Why you should do that? Why is job given so much of an importance? Kayakave kailasavada karana. Karana is reason, because the job that you do is next to Kailasa. Kailasa means heaven, or that is itself God. The job you do itself is like as though you are doing service to God. Okay? So for that reason, if anything else comes to distract you, be it your teacher, be it the prayer to God, or be it some person whom you revere a lot, whoever it is, you don't have to pay attention to that. Be engrossed and absorbed in the job that you do. ಅಮರೇಶ್ವರ ಲಿಂಗವಾಯಿತಾದಡು ಕಾಯಕದೊಳಗು. So Amareshwara is the Ankita Nama of Aidakki Maraya. So because there is God in the work that you do. Kayaka dolagu means there is God even in the job that you do. So this is how important it is for you to be completely devoted, dedicated and sincere. Be sincere towards your job. So the next two vachanas I will continue in the next video.